can a 2009 MacBook, what is sitting here, do the activities of, say, of a 2019 MacBook? Well, there's one way to find out. Well, welcome back to the second video here about this 2009 MacBook. If you've watched the first video, you'll remember this MacBook was bought for around about 100 US dollars, and it's had some upgrades now into it, will cost about 30 US dollars. And this includes putting in a second hard drive into the machine, and at the same time as well bumping up the RAM from 2 GB to 4 GB of RAM. At the same time as well, we put a patched version of Mojave onto this MacBook as well, and we're going to now do some tests to see if it is good as the 2019 model. Now, I'm not going to complain about the current MacBook that is available in early 2019. It is a great MacBook. It is super thin, it is super light, and it's got a great battery inside. The thing is though, what this MacBook is designed for, it's designed for your generic user. This is the type of user who would just browse the web, look at social media, watch YouTube videos, or watch Netflix, or maybe do a light bit of photo editing, the kind of same editing what you'd probably do on your iPad or your iPhone. So that is why we're going to find out if this upgraded 2009 MacBook is as good as a 2019 MacBook. Now obviously straight away I'm going to point out that this MacBook is slightly thicker, as you can see, compared to a 2019 MacBook, and the battery life is not going to last as the 2019 model. However, the specs inside this 2009 MacBook sitting here should do the job. It has got a Core 2 Duo processor inside, so it's a dual core processor. At the same time as well, it has got 4 GB of RAM loaded inside the machine, which should also be enough to do the test we want to do. So these are the tests what we're going to complete on this 2009 MacBook. We're going to browse on eBay and Amazon. We're going to view Facebook and write a comment on a post. We'll do a FaceTime call to an iPhone. We'll watch part of a Netflix trailer and also view part of a YouTube video, probably another trailer. Edit a document, edit a photo in the Photos app, download an app. We're going to ask Siri something as well on the machine. And finally, we're going to complete a benchmark score on the MacBook and then compare it to the latest 2018-19 MacBook. I'm going to do this on the QuickTime recorder built into the MacBook here, so that's going to be running as well at the same time. So let's start with the first test. Now as you can see, I started this test using QuickTime and it's not recording at even 30 frames per second, not even 20. I don't know what kind of frames per second is recording at. Everything is jumping around, but I can assure you it's not like this. So I'm going to set up my camera instead to look at my MacBook screen here, and we'll redo this test again. Now I have my camera all up and running to look at this MacBook screen. Let's go to a shopping site. Let's start with Amazon. And we're going to type in here an iPhone 6 Plus case. I'll have a search for that. And as you can see, it's scrolling really quickly and snappy. And if we click through, yeah, look at that, really fast and fluid. This works really well. Let's add it to the basket as well. And yep, you can see, all really quick. Let's now go to eBay and let's see if we can actually find the phone now. So type in iPhone 6. And again, look, it just scrolls really well. There's no lag at all really. This is perfect for it. So let's just click into on the listings. And again, let's make some options. And we'll add it to our basket. And you can see it's perfect. All done. Next of all is Netflix, and as you can see here by this little mini clip of a trailer, or part of the film actually, you can see it's all working really well. And if we go to YouTube and run The Lion King, sounds fantastic. Next of all, we need to download an app, so I'm going to pick Pages to download, so we're going to need that in a minute. So it is downloading perfectly on here. And now, doing a bit of word processing editing, let's just put a picture inside Pages. So here's one of a fantastic MacBook, it might look familiar. And we'll just write here, this is a MacBook 2009. So the next test is to do some light photo editing, and with this photo here we're just going to edit some bits and pieces. So we're going to add a bit more light into this picture, that's a bit too much, and we're going to add a bit more colour into it. And as you can see, the photo has been adjusted. So light photo editing is also possible on this MacBook. Quick test of Facetime on this MacBook with my iPad at the same time, and everything seems to be working grand. Next, let's see if Siri works correctly. So let's ask it a question. What's happening in the news?
Here's some news.
That seems to be working perfectly. And then the final test I want to run on this MacBook is a Geekbench 4 benchmark test and see what it comes out with. So the benchmarking has completed on this MacBook, and it's come out quite surprising. It comes out at 2,656 at a multi-core score. On the 2017, the current MacBook, the score on that one is 6,646. So yes, the mid-2017 machine is 3 times more powerful, but that's only 3 times more powerful considering that this machine came out in 2009 and this machine, the other MacBook, came out in 2017. That's 8 years difference for triple the speed. But if you compare it to the 2015 MacBook, the first of this new slimline design, the multi-core on that is 4,444. That is around double of the 2009 MacBook that we have here. So as those benchmarks are shown, the current MacBook is 3 times more powerful than this MacBook here. Yet, this MacBook here is capable of doing all those tasks what I've just been shown. And at the end of the day, it only costs about 1/12, 1/13 of the price. And yet the speed of it is 1/3 of the speed of the current generation. So the ultimate question, so is this MacBook as fast as a 2019 current MacBook? The answer is no. However, or a big but, this MacBook is more than capable of doing any kind of general tasks that you throw at it. If you were to go into the stores right now and buy yourself a $400 laptop running Windows 10, this MacBook can do those kind of same sort of tasks. I'm talking about those laptops what have got like a Celeron processor or a standard Intel processor. This machine can compete with those computers and it gives you that full Apple experience at the same time. And finally, I would recommend this MacBook to buy it if you are beginning your journey into the MacBook kind of family. This MacBook is superb for that. It only cost $130 and you have seen what it is more than capable of. So that's the end of the review for this MacBook here. Please do remember to like this video if you've enjoyed it, and do leave any comments below. I will try my best to reply back to any comments. At the same time as well, please do subscribe to this channel because we're going to be doing some more reviews on some old MacBooks and old Apple equipment coming up soon and bringing them into 2019. See you soon. Bye.